There's been a lot of discussion recently concerning the minimum wage. Most people seem to think that it needs to be increased. In Canada, $15 minimum wage across the board is quickly becoming the standard. It has already been implemented in a number of provinces. But most people misunderstand how the minimum wage acts. Increasing the minimum wage doesn't actually increase anyone's salary. All it does is prohibit people from getting hired below the minimum wage. After all, no employer has to hire you. If you have a skill set worth $7 per hour, the minimum wage is set to $15 an hour, then no employer would hire you. Instead, they simply increase the standards for entry level work so that the person getting paid $15 per hour has a skill set worth $15 per hour. Because of the spoiled and entitled mindset of young people living in first world countries, they don't realize that $15 per hour is actually a lot of money. When you compare that to wages in certain parts of Asia or Latin America, when people are making less than $1 an hour, you see that it is actually a substantial income. Unfortunately, people only seem to want to compare minimum wage salaries to those of higher income earners in first world countries. So, realizing that they are already in the top 10% of global earners, even at the minimum wage. The minimum wage is an incredibly damaging policy because it prevents low skilled workers from entering the marketplace. The type of people prevented from accessing the labor market because of the minimum wage are usually the type of people who most desperately need employment. And working a job is a great way to improve your marketable skill set and demonstrate that your labor is worth more than you are presently paid. Ultimately, the real minimum wage is zero, or, in the alternative, to force people onto government support and into a welfare trap, where any effort to obtain employment would result in a reduction in their welfare check, creating a tremendous disincentive to work. Raising wage rates is important, but instead of falling for the foolish idea that the government can simply increase wages through fiat, a better approach is through substantial cuts in taxes and government spending. With more money in the hands of the economic class, this means more investment in capital goods, leading to higher wages in the long term and more jobs being created. We should also remove impediments to access to higher paying jobs, like compulsory licensure. Historically, the market economy is very good at ensuring that wages rise. That is why workers in Canada and the USA earn so much more than workers in third world countries. All the government has to do is get out of the way and allow the market economy to thrive, and everyone will be better off. But policies like the minimum wage actually end up hurting the very people they claim to benefit.